Well, it's a beautiful day here, and we appreciate your joining us on Linton's On Location. And Mark, always fun when we get to go out and feature beautiful homes throughout Michiana right here on the show.
Absolutely, and this is our first home that we landscaped of the season. Season kind of jumped the gun on us this year, and so we got about a 4-week head start.
Yeah, you had about a month. And today we're going to be talking about curb appeal for your ranch home. There's a lot of ranch homes out there. Lots of people live in ranches these days and have for some time, and the landscape needs to progress a little bit with the times, I've noticed. Is that a fair statement?
Absolutely, and this was a home that was built approximately 10 years ago, had very simple landscaping, new homeowners here that really has a passion for what we do. And actually everything that was here, that was existing, was in good condition. We took an inventory of it and it all got repurposed. And just like this maple tree behind us, this has probably been here for 10 years now. So,
wow.
And fortunately it was in a good location, so we kept it here.
Yeah, well, very good. You like to repurpose a lot, and that's what makes me feel really good about the work you do, because it's not just like rip everything up, put all new in at a high expense, but repurposing makes a lot of sense.
It does, especially if you can get more life out of it. Now, the large lilac that you see behind us, that actually was positioned right in front of these bedroom windows here and was blocking the view of sunlight coming in there. So we've got kind of a long expanse on the side of the house, and it does a nice job of breaking that up for the homeowner.
What about this dark mulch? I really like it, especially from the curb. It looks like rich soil.
It does, and that's part of the appeal. If you take a look at the house and you look at the asphalt shingles, they're kind of a dark gray. I like how this plays off of the roof. Gives you a very kind of rich, organic type of look. And Craig, what we did was, for our perennial selection, we went with flowering things that are more lighter in color. So we've got some pinks and some yellows and some whites, and that contrasts very nice with this dark black mulch. Where if you had some deep reds and burgundies, unfortunately, it kind of loses it. So we're always looking for contrast of color. And
the lighting sets it all off at night,
It does.
Yeah.
That's something the homeowner popped in, so it's a real simple, just solar path lights. And what we did here was create a nice layered look. You're going to see larger, taller plants up around the foundation. And these Andorra junipers actually never get any taller than 12 inches in height. And eventually they're going to grow together and make a nice little band of evergreen color.
All right. Well, we continue creating curb appeal here for ranch homes. And I always like, sorry, Mark. I always like the boulders that you place. I almost fell.
You did. So, Craig, surprise.
Oh, lucky there.
Wells are deep subjects,
Oh, shit.
So,
come on, that's really bad.
Thank you. Unfortunately, almost everyone has an ugly wellhead sticking up in their yard.
That's the way to handle it.
Absolutely, and these are very sturdy. They're made out of fiberglass. We've got other boulders incorporated in here. Of course, they're real. We've got mass planting of our low maintenance roses. These are our knockout roses, which very shortly are going to be blooming with pink flowers.
And now we're getting a little closer to, this guy over here. And again, like you say, Mark, it doesn't take big bucks, right, to do what we're doing here today.
No, it doesn't. Of course, we're happy to work with pretty much any type of budget in that. We've got some nice garden accents in here. Of course, this makes a nice statement. In a little bit, the viewers are going to see another bronze statue here. But what we did was use our little dwarf blue fescue ornamental grasses. They're just now starting to wake up from dormancy, and creates a nice little area here, kind of a natural setting that you would see a buck in. And those blue fescues, they will leaf out with a blue-green colored leaf, and only get to be about 10-12 inches in height. And it's a nice clumping grass, and so it's kind of a nice, neat, tidy type of look.
And again, low maintenance. It just screams out here, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
A few things behind you, Craig. These are some gold flame spireas that were here originally. We just simply transplanted them. This is a good spot for them because we know that they always stay below the base of the window. These are going to be blooming with lavender flowers throughout the summertime. And then along the sidewalk here, they're not showing any color yet, but these are our low maintenance drift roses. very similar to the knockout roses that they bloom starting late spring all throughout the summertime and into the fall. These are a nice pastel pink. Could be a sea of pink here. Be absolutely beautiful for the homeowners.
Safe to say that homeowner doesn't have any problem with deer?
There you go.
This guy would scare him away, wouldn't he?
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buck stops right here. Sorry.
You're full of them today.
We've got an unusual multi-graph topiary here. This is one of our whipcord arborvitaes with a golden hinoki at the top. Little nice patio tree, top grafted at about 2.5 foot level. Gives us a little bit of height near the entrance. The homeowner also appreciated the fact that we do interior decor as well. So what you see along the front here came from the inside of our store. Our floral designers did a beautiful wreath. We've got the door flanked with the topiary.
Yeah.
Nice little setting out here with the bench and the bistro table. And then later on in the season, we'll have the fountain running. Gives us just a little bit of a height in between the windows there.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is really happening. Very, very nice balance to it, and color is a big part of it. Contrasting colors, so galore here.
Well, thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
Little dwarf boxwood hedge, very low maintenance, just simply once or twice a year, just pruning the tops of that. We wanted to soften that hard concrete that you saw the face of. And then these are little dwarf golden liriopes here, Craig, and they've got the green and gold variegated leaf. Later on in the summertime, they get spikes of kind of a purplish blue colored flower. I like how that contrasts again with the dark black mulch here.
Yep. Your second statue here as well?
Yeah, and the homeowner has a daughter, and that's represents their daughter. So
Cool.
and that welcomes the guests as they come up the sidewalk.
I see it. I see it. What do you have here?
One of our specimen Japanese maples just now starting to leaf out, real fine, delicate burgundy colored leaves. What I like is how this contrasts up against kind of the tan colored siding here. This will not get any larger or taller than 6 feet in height, so extremely slow growing. And then we continued the liriopes down around the base.
All right.
And then, Craig, just for some winter interest, we've got this columnar upright yew, which eventually will get up to about a foot below the light fixture.
I mean, really, there's no attention here that needs to be done or given in the next several years, right? I mean, other than maybe some light maintenance.
Yeah, absolutely. Water, of course, is very important, but pruning and trimming, very minimal. Just simply perennials, ornamental grasses get cut down to the ground. We say, when it turns brown, you cut it down.
There you go. This is a beaut.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice focal point here, accents the corner. This is one of our weeping white spruce, beautiful weeping branch structure. It's in the evergreen family, and the coolest thing, if you look real closely, these are actually the cones. They're just starting to shed their exterior layer. Beautiful iridescent purple colors are going to form on that. This is going to be loaded with cones and be very spectacular.
How big will those cones get? Will they stay that size?
No, they're going to get to be about 2.5, 3 inches in length, and just a gorgeous show, especially as these mature.
Again, contrasting colors with even what you've done here in the bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, neat.
And then on the corner of the house, we've got a lot of different things going on. We're always looking for balance and symmetry, and so this is a companion plant to the other side, another columnar evergreen that we want to stay below the base of the window. This daylily here, which we have no idea what color it is, but we transplanted it, so certainly repurposed that. There was just one daylily here. More drift roses, which will have beautiful pink flowers spring, summer, and fall. And get this, Craig, this is one of our mosquito repelling evergreens. It's a little dwarf Hinoki cypress, and mosquitoes hate it. Humans love it, mosquitoes hate it.
Isn't that interesting?
And very, very soft to the touch.
Sure. Very cool as we make the turn here.
And then what we wanted to do was to accent the corner here. This is one of our weeping Alaskan cedars. Very dramatic weeping branch structure, grows incredibly slowly. We'll want to keep it about the same height as the eaves and the overhang. Provides some interest during the fall, the winter, and the early spring when all of our deciduous flowering shrubs and plants have gone dormant for that type of the year.
and one more item, it looks like you're
Yeah.
to anchor the property.
Absolutely. So this was the other lilac that we transplanted. Of course, it was in a really bad location. It was way too big, but we've got a blank canvas here. There's no windows, and so it works perfectly here. We're just now starting to see the lilac buds form, and so it survived the transplant perfectly well.
Excellent. Well, Mark, now is the time for folks, if they're watching at home, maybe they live in a ranch home, they want to spruce things up a little bit. Now that is really the time to be calling Linton's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you'll come out and do a personal assessment, and then your crew will finish the rest. It's just that easy. Call on them, won't you? Lintons.com is the website. Plenty of information there. And Mark, a really nice job here by the homeowner, and I bet these neighbors are tickled, aren't they?
I believe they are.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Craig.
Much more coming up on our program. Don't you dare go away. We'll be back right after this.